What up, peeps? Welcome to today's vlog. So, I'm sure you are a little confused as to why I'm at the game store, because I was supposed to be going to a hearing today.
It's 12:32.
So, I woke up this morning, and I was prepared to get ready, drive the 2.5 hours or whatever it is, up to Lakewood, Washington for the hearing, and then hit some game stores on the way back. And I woke up to a voicemail from the lady that said that I can probably play it for you guys.
You can't. You can play it.
I can play it minus the phone number. Let's listen to it. So hopefully you guys can hear that. But she said that they reached an agreement, and I no longer have to go. So seems kind of weird.
The agreement's because he wasn't mentally ill when he broke in. He
I don't know.
Came in, scouted the place out, came back with a giant rock, and smashed the window.
Yeah. So, I am glad that I don't have to go to the hearing, but I'm disappointed that I don't get to stop at the game stores, because I was gonna try to look for some GameCube games and everything. But, it's not all bad, because came to the store this morning, we got a phone call from a super nice guy who has never been here before, and he came in and traded in 2 items here, and he's going to bring in the rest of his collection, I think sometime this weekend. Like Saturday, Sunday weekend, not our weekend of Tuesday, Wednesday. And he's got some incredibly rare stuff. And so, first thing he brought in here was Castlevania Bloodlines, a complete copy with the plastic case, which is the more rare version. And then this next item is unfortunately for the collection, because we do not have one yet. That is a boxed Sega Nomad. It does have some tape on the box, which kind of sucks. And it only has one of the 2 little cardboard insert things, and no paperwork, no baggies, but it does have the system. It's got the AC adapter, and he's got an extra battery for it in there as well. I plugged it in, tested it with the Bloodlines, and everything works great. So the Nomad is for the collection, but and Bloodlines is for the store. I already have a copy. But this guy has a crazy collection, and he's looking to get rid of everything. He said that he already sold the PS1 stuff, and he already sold the Super Nintendo stuff, which kind of sucks, because he had a Castlevania Dracula X cartridge. He had a complete in box Castlevania 4.
Should you talk about this? Because I feel like you're jinxing yourself.
I'm not jinxing anything.
You are totally jinxing
No.
yourself.
So I'm not gonna tell you guys all the stuff that he has left, because I want it to kind of be a surprise if he does bring it in. But let's just say that if he trades everything in, some stuff will be for the collection, of course. He's got a lot of Dreamcast stuff, but there is one game in particular that if we end up getting it, we will be keeping, but it will be one of the most expensive games in our entire collection. So,
not even really close.
Yeah, definitely.
Sculpture's Cat's worth more than that.
I didn't say the most expensive. I said one of the most expensive.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm very excited. He was a super nice guy. He was in here for quite a while. Abby went to drop off packages and he came in when she was gone, but he was here when we were talking for maybe like 45 minutes. But he was a super nice guy. His name's Alvin, and it definitely sounds like he's going to bring the stuff in. He already sent me a list of some of the stuff to the email when he was here, so that I could kind of check it out, but it looks like it wasn't a complete list, so he's going to send me the rest of it when he gets home, and then call the store to let us know he sent it, so we can maybe get like a rough estimate of what we're going to be able to pay for what he has, because it's going to be a very, very big dollar amount, which is kind of scary. He is looking for cash because he's getting out of collecting, but it's really, really awesome stuff, and I really hope that it works out. One of the things that I will let you guys know, because I don't need any of them, there is a complete in box N64 with about 15 complete in box games. Some of them are not like crazy rare titles, but they are like expensive / popular titles. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and hopefully on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday we will see him come in with that stuff, and we'll take a look, but it's going to be awesome. Just got this nice little Super Nintendo bundle traded in, guys. We have a really clean console with Donkey Kong Country, cables, a Super Game Boy, and 2 really nice controllers. This one even has the sticker still right here, which is usually missing. And then got the little plastic piece in there, which is sometimes broken off. So this is a really, really clean one. Looks really, really nice. So I've been getting a ton of questions of people asking for the lists of games or UPCs that we have here. So what I've done is I've created a separate Google Documents spreadsheet here, and I have put a pinned comment on yesterday's vlog with a link to it. You will not be able to edit this list if you're on my document here, but you can duplicate the document and save it into your own files, and then from there you can edit it and mess with it. It includes each system on a separate tab, and then it has all the games in alphabetical order, and then their corresponding UPCs. There's no other info on here because it doesn't make sense to give you guys our prices, because it's not price charge prices, there are store prices here. So it's just the name of the games and the UPCs. I will try to put a pinned comment on this video as well. If you guys are interested, you can go check it out and download them and use them for whatever purposes you have. There also may be some items in the list that are not games. So you can't just scroll down to the bottom and see how many games there are, because some of them, like I'm looking at the Saturn one right here, it has the backup RAM cart in there. And I did try to go through and remove all that stuff when I was working on it the first time, so I took out systems, controllers, memory cards, all that kind of stuff. But certain things do make it through, because obviously I'm not going to go through the list one by one individually and look for them. I just searched for memory card, for example, went through all of them and deleted them, but backup RAM cart is not something I had searched for, so that's still in there. So there may be a couple things like that, but like I said, you guys can duplicate the spreadsheet into your own Google Documents account, and then from there you can edit it and do whatever you want to with it. So hopefully it's helpful for some of you guys. Link should be down below. If you don't see it in the comments, then it's going to be a pinned comment on yesterday's vlog, so you can check it out there. So that guy who had that stuff, he was going to come in this weekend. He actually just came back and brought everything, and we made the deal, guys. I'm getting in the car right now to head to the bank because we don't have this kind of cash on hand. And there is some incredible stuff in here. I'm so freaking excited. Some really like gem pieces for the collection and a lot of really good stuff for the store. I'm gonna go grab some cash, and then once the store is empty, I will show you guys everything we got. It is crazy. All right, guys, so before we show you the big collection we actually got another pretty big bundle here from my buddy Josh. So first, there's an R4, a Max Player, and a bootleg Herbie Fully Loaded. Then, ones with cases, we have Mario Maker 3DS, Animal Crossing Wild World, Littlest Pet Shop, and Brain Age. And then these are all the cartridge-only Game Boy Advance games we got from him. A mix of good and cheaper stuff. A couple DS games there as well. Nothing too crazy in here, but, you know, lots of Mario, Mega Man, Pokemon, stuff like that. Couple Crash games, Kirby, so pretty good ones. And then we have Oracle of Ages, Rainbow Six, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Yellow, Monopoly, Dr. Mario, Pokemon Blue, Tetris DX, Bugs Life, Revenge of the Gator, Adventure Island 2, Rocket Power, Tetris DX, NFL Blitz 2000, and Triple Play 2001. Then we have 3 Nintendo DS Lites, Silver, Pink, and Black. 3 AGS 101 SPs, 2 gray and 1 blue. They're all kind of scratched up, but they're all working. Game Boy Color and a Game Boy Advance. We have an SP that's working but has no battery. There's actually 2 of those. Then we have a red regular SP that's really scratched up but works. And then we have a DSi that is working, but it doesn't have a battery or a battery cover. We have another broken one, same color though, so we can just swap those pieces. Then we have another blue one, but this one's fully working. Then we have 3 original DS systems with no broken hinges. And then we have another Game Boy Color that says it's working, but needs a new D-pad rubber. And he said the speaker was a little bit quiet on this one as well. And then, lastly, we got this. Doesn't really look like anything too special, right? This is actually the original box for the item. And if we open it, I'll get Ryan to help. Yeah. This is an NES Top Loader Game Genie. These things are incredibly rare. they typically sell anywhere from $140 to like $300. So yeah, it's got the original box, which tempts me to want to keep it, but I don't think I'm going to. We spent way too much money today. And we've only done like $200 in sales so far, so we really need to make what we can. So, on to the big collection. So, first off, we got some N64 games here. Paper Mario, Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Gauntlet Legends, Shadowgate 64, an expansion pack, Excitebike 64, F-Zero X, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Castlevania 64, South Park, Kirby 64, a Rumble Pack, and Majora's Mask. These are all in there, and Paper Mario's not cheap. This is the most expensive one, though, Legacy of Darkness. Price Charts has this one at about $180 complete. This is going to be a condition upgrade for my copy, though. I got my previous one from a garage sale, and it's pretty beat up. Conker's is also in really nice shape, but I believe that my upgrade or my copy has the plastic on it. I don't remember if it was this one or another one, but like they're all in pretty good shape. Some of them, like that Castlevania, has a crease right there, but overall they're not bad. So moving on to PlayStation 2, we have the digital or deluxe box set of Digital Devil Saga, Dragon Quest VIII, Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy, Atari Anthology, Sonic Heroes, Lego Star Wars, Rygar, Shadow of the Colossus, Sonic Mega Collection Plus, Guilty Gear 10 or X, which we do not have, so I'm definitely keeping that one. Set that one to the side. Ghost Recon, Midway Arcade Treasures 3, Maximo Ghost to Glory, SNK Arcade Classics, Blood Omen 2, Taito Legends, Contra Shattered Soldier, Okami, God of War 2, God of War 1, Genesis Collection, Mega Man Anniversary Collection, Final Fantasy X, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, Ys, The Ark of Nepishtim, Full Metal Alchemist 2, Grandia 3, Deus Ex Conspiracy, Rez, which is a pretty rare PS2 game, or not, well, it's uncommon, Capcom Classics Collection, Phantasy Star Universe, Rampage Total Destruction, Shinobi, Kingdom Hearts 1, Odin Sphere, Final Fantasy XII Collector's Edition, Rogue Galaxy, Valkyrie Profile 2, and Full Metal Alchemist Broken Angel. And then Castlevania Lament of Innocence, Summoner, Ghostbusters, Dynasty Warriors 2, Rune Viking Warlord, Xenosaga Episode 1, Shining Tears, Xenosaga Episode 2, Xenosaga Episode 3, that's a good one, Klonoa 2, Castlevania Curse of Darkness, Mobile Suit Gundam, Soul Calibur 2, Pinball Williams Collection, Devil May Cry, and Transformers. Hi. Is that a beer?
Yeah, root beer.
Root beer. Fooled you guys. Then we have a boxed N64 console. There's also the PS2 console. A manual for SimCity for Super Nintendo. Compute's Guide to Sega Genesis, which is kind of cool. An NES Game Genie. This whole box here is just cables and controllers and accessories. Nothing too special in there. We have a Sega Saturn with 3 controllers, a third-party one, a regular one, and then a 3D control pad, all the cables and everything. And then we have everything up here as well. So, we're going to start over here. We have some Dreamcast VMUs. These green ones are opened. These 2 black ones are factory sealed. We have Seaman fully complete, and this is going to... We're taking one piece of this to complete ours, which is a little blue baggie for the microphone. Other than that, ours is in better condition. Shenmue 2 import for the Dreamcast, super awesome. And I don't know exactly what we're keeping and what we're getting rid of from a lot of this yet. Dreamcast Rumble Pack, VMU, and a standard memory card. We have a sealed Dreamcast memory card, third party. There's another one opened. There's the DCX for Dreamcast, which allows you to play imports. And then we have the Game Shark Lite. Then we have a Crusader of Senti hint book, but unfortunately no Genesis games in here. We have Game Shark's complete in box for Dreamcast, N64, and PlayStation 1. We have the Dreamcast keyboard in the box, which I'm pretty sure we are keeping. There's a Indigo Game Boy Advance with the original box. A Sega Dreamcast console with the box. There's a blue original DS and a red DS Lite that's got like some candle wax on it or something. Sega Saturn backup. Rumble Pack for DS, and Metroid 2 for Game Boy. 2 factory-sealed PlayStation controllers, PS1 and PS2. We're definitely keeping this one, but we have plenty of these already. Then, DS games. We have Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, Pack and Roll, Sonic Rush, Final Fantasy III, Golden Sun Dark Dawn, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time Factory Sealed, Dragon Quest VI, Dragon Quest V, Sega Superstars Tennis, Sands of Destruction, WarioWare Touched, Lego Star Wars Original Trilogy, Dragon Quest IX, Lost in Blue. If we don't have this one, we're keeping that one. Mario 64 DS, New Super Mario Bros., Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest IV, Lunar Dragon Song, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Nostalgia, and Metroid Prime Pinball. I believe we have the majority of these. There might be 1 or 2 Dragon Quest games we need for the collection, but pretty sure we have most of those. PS1 stuff. We have Memory Card, Massive Memory Card, Demo Disc, Wild Arms, Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. I don't know if we have this one or not. We either have this one or the second one, but we don't have both, so I'm not sure. Sentinel Returns, never heard of this one. Abby did this one when obviously this is a big collection, so we were all helping. Sentinel Returns, was that expensive?
No.
Okay, cheap game,
Less
she
than
says.
$10.
We'll probably keep it, though, because we don't have it. Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy Anthology, then long boxes of Kalik, the DNA Imperative, and then Jumping Flash, which we may not have. If we don't, I'll be holding on to that one. Then we have some complete in box Game Boy stuff. So I believe we actually have the majority of these as well. So the majority of these are going to be for the store. There's obviously going to be a couple at least for the collection. So we have Gunstar Superheroes, Sonic Advance, Bionic Commando Elite Forces, Final Fantasy Legend 3, Phantasy Star Collection, Final Fantasy Advance 4, Metroid Zero Mission, Ghosts and Goblins. This was the most expensive one. This is definitely going into the collection. Price charts right now has this at $130 complete, which is awesome. Unfortunately, it's got that GameStop sticker, but might be able to get it off. Lufia, Legend Returns, Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages, Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons, Dragon Warrior 3, that one's definitely going into the collection, as well as Dragon Warrior 1 and 2. And then we have Capcom Classics Mini Mix, Crystallis with the plastic on it. We have this game, but this is going to probably be a condition upgrade. Sword of Mana, Sigma Star Saga, that one's really rough. Castlevania, Circle of the Moon, Mega Man Battle Network, Castlevania, Harmony of Dissonance, Golden Sun, Magi or Magi Nation. We have this game, but it says special dual card inside. I'm not sure if ours has that or not. I'm going to have to compare all these to our ones at home anyway. So, Metroid Fusion, Final Fantasy Legend 2, Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow, F-Zero GP Legend, and Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. And then we have some Dreamcast games. We have a factory sealed Nightmare Creatures 2. I think this is a resealed Outrigger. I'm like almost positive this is a reseal. I'm gonna look it up on eBay first and just compare the other sealed copies. If it's a reseal, obviously we're gonna open it. Jet Grind Radio. We have a web browser. Bang.io. This is probably the best Dreamcast game out of here. I think that we already have this one in the collection at home. I think we got this like 4 years ago, but I'm going to double check. Floygen Brothers Episode 1, we definitely do not have. Stupid Invaders, we definitely do not have. Phantasy Star Online, Star Lancer, Time Stalkers, Resident Evil Code Veronica, Echo the Dolphin, Maken X, Armada, Sonic Adventure, Bomberman Online, Record of Lodos War, Grandia 2, Shenmue 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage, Soul Calibur, and Chronicles of Pern Dragon Riders. Then we have the Turbo and PC Engine stuff. I will just be honest with you guys, most of the TurboGrafx and Turbo CD games are going into the collection, but the PC Engine stuff will be for sale. So we have Sonic Spike, complete in box, Ys Book 1 and 2, complete in box, and then we have Bloody Wolf for the TurboGrafx 16, complete in case, Kadash, complete in case, Keith Courage and Alpha Zones, complete in case, and then these are all the PC Engine or Super CD games here. So this one, I can't remember what it was called. There's no English on the box. We looked it up by that number, and it's like a Japanese word written out in English, so I couldn't even pronounce it. This is Record of Lodoss War. Neo Generation 2. Prince of Persia. This one is a North American game, so we're holding on to that one. Gotzendainer. Gotzendiener. This is like a burned disc. Sega Game Gear Classics Volume 1. Obviously, we're not going to sell that. Dungeon Explorer 2. That is an English one. Riot Zone. Linda to the power of 3. Linda Cubed. And then Castlevania, Dracula X, Rondo of Blood, whatever it is. This is super expensive. We're looking it up. I think eBay and price charts, it's like $180 to like $250. It does seem to have some tape on the edge of the manual there, but still really awesome. And then finally, for the rest of this collection here, we have Sega Saturn stuff. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys once again. The majority of these are going into the collection. First up, we have some disc-only stuff, which we're going to be selling, of course. Typing of the Dead, Worldwide Soccer 98, Daytona USA, Darius Gaiden, and then we have Nights into Dreams, which we are going to be keeping. Panzer Dragoon, which we already have, so that one's going to be for sale. Panzer Dragoon 2, which we do not have. The Legend of Oasis, which we do not have. Guardian Heroes, which we do have, so that one's for sale. Then we have Magic Knight Ray Earth. This is a $400 to $500 game, and we do not have it. And finally, drum roll, Panzer Dragoon Saga. Woo! We do not have this game. This is crazy. The back has a little bit of like water damage, it looks like, but it is fully complete. This is a $700 to $900 game, and it's crazy. So this is all crazy, but in filming this, you probably saw a jump cut when I was showing you guys the Game Boy stuff. A guy walked in and asked if we were interested in buying a Sega 16-bit collection. And there's a bunch of Genesis and Master System games in there. So let's take a look at that now. So in here we have the Genesis Model 1. There was also a PS2 randomly, no cables, controllers, or games for it. He also has an N64 and GameCube with a bunch of games that he might be trading in. We'll see. We also have the Power Base Converter. And then Phantasy Star 2 Hint Book. Genesis Game Secrets Greatest Tips Book. Phantasy Star 3 Hint Book. And then I gave Ryan a book because he's a big Master System fan. So I gave him that one.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then these are the games we got. There's a ton here to go through, so I'm just going to try to make some room, and we'll start going through. There's some really good stuff in here. So we have Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, Road Rash, Rampage for Master System. They're not split up. They're all Genesis and Master System, but they're kind of mixed in. Kid Chameleon, Gemfire, Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, Lion King, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, The Ninja. Look at that horrible box art. God. Afterburner, Double Dragon, Red Label, Altered Beast, Parlor Games, Space Harrier, F-22 Interceptor, Shanghai, and Super Hydlide. Then we have Wonder Boy in Monsterland, Spellcaster, Phantasy Star 3, Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, Wonder Boy, Dino Land, Golden Axe, Road Blasters, Shinobi, Reggie Jackson Baseball, Lord of the Sword, Crystal's Ponytail, Sword of Vermilion, Altered Beast, Last Battle, Miracle Warriors, Seal of the Dark Lord, Super WrestleMania, Arnold Palmer's Tournament Golf, The Humans, Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. Is that a second copy?
Yeah.
Pat Riley Basketball, Fantasia, and then we get into the really good stuff. We have a cartridge-only copy of Air Buster. I wish that was complete. And Echo Tides of Time. We have John Madden Football. We have, unfortunately, box and manual only for Phantasy Star 4. He said he could not find the cartridge. But everything else is in there. Kind of crushed. Shining Force 2. That one is complete. Zany Golf, which is just also box and manual only. Phantasy Star 2. Outrun. Batman the video game. New Horizons, Phantasy Star for Master System, Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap, Sorcerer's Kingdom, which is one we're definitely keeping, Alex Kidd in Miracle World, Ease, The Vanished Omens, which we already have for sure, Golvelius, Valley of Doom, Ghouls and Ghosts, Psycho Fox, which I'm pretty sure we are keeping, and then Revenge of Shinobi Sega Classic, and Landstalker. So, Ryan has first dibs on any Master System games, aside from Psycho Fox, because that's the only system he's going for a complete set for, plus he's an employee, so it's a perk of the job. But yeah, it's crazy. We didn't know any of this stuff was coming in today. These 3 big bundles that we just showed you, the big collection, the Genesis stuff, and then the big Game Boy lot, we did not wake up this morning knowing about any of these. So to get all this stuff in a single day is pretty crazy, and it always seems to happen like this. We get the store cleaned up, we get through most of the inventory, and then we randomly get like 3 collections in like the span of just a couple days. I'm kind of scared to see what happens on Thursday, because this is way too much. We spent so much money today, and all 3 of them took cash. So like, we spent more today than we probably make in sales in like 2 weeks. Or like a week and a half. So, it's kind of scary, but there's a lot of good stuff here. We get to add some really amazing pieces to the collection, like Panzer Dragoon Saga and Magic Knight Rayearth. And I forgot, the Turbo Duo complete in box. I forgot, guys, this was also included in that collection. A complete in-box Turbo Duo system. This is definitely not for sale. The last one of these that sold on eBay was $1,350. So this is basically a TurboGrafx 16 with the CD attachment all in one, kind of like the Sega CDX. But these things are incredibly rare. It looks like only 5 sold on eBay in 2019. For whatever reason, Price Charts doesn't have any info for before that. So I guess they only started tracking it in 2019, which is kind of weird. But the last one, the prices are all over the place. They're as low as $400, as high as $1,400. But the last one was $1,350. And yeah, this is so crazy. We're definitely going to hook this up at home. And we're going to play on it, because I can't justify having such an expensive console that we don't use. But that is super, super awesome. So the big collection. The Turbo Duo, the Saturn stuff. I wanted to tell you guys kind of the story behind it, not how we got it. I feel like I've told you guys that already, but the guy, so I don't want to give too much personal info, but basically he had a family member on his girlfriend's or wife's side of the family who was very sick, and they were getting rid of like all the stuff in the house basically, and they had the Saturn with all the stuff. They had the Dreamcast. They had the Turbo Duo. They also had like a PS1 and a Genesis and some other stuff, and a Super Nintendo bundle. Unfortunately, the Super Nintendo bundle, the Genesis stuff, and the PS1 stuff was all sold before he came here. He didn't like sell it today. He sold it like, weeks ago or whatever. But he got all this stuff from his wife's or girlfriend's family member, and whoever was doing the clean out of the house actually was physically loading boxes of video games into a car to take them to Goodwill. And the guy saw on the very top of the box, he saw Crusader of Senti for Genesis complete in box. And he was like, wait, you're not taking this to Goodwill. I'll give you $500, I'll take it. And the Panzer Dragoon Saga was in there, the Turbo Duo was in there, the Magic Knight Rayearth was in there. Pretty much all the stuff that I just showed you guys, I think minus the Game Boy and DS stuff, was in there. In addition to the Genesis bundle, which he already sold unfortunately, which had Crusader of Senti and a bunch of other games. The Super Nintendo, he had the Dracula X cartridge and a complete Castlevania 4. And the PS1, he had just like a ton of RPGs. The PS1 stuff actually went to another local store. Went to Video Game Wizards in Portland or in Malala. But the other stuff he sold to someone online and shipped it to like Michigan or something. But we got the rest of it, so I'm very, very happy, of course. Yeah, it's crazy. Like that boxed Turbo Duo was going to go to Goodwill. That's so crazy to me. They didn't think that it was worth anything, and they were just gonna clear some room, take it to Goodwill. And he was like, "Nope, I'll take it." And I don't know how long ago that was, because it doesn't sound like he got all the stuff recently. Because I think he was kind of like collecting a little bit before that. But yeah, there's so much good stuff here. It's ridiculous. So we have a lot of work ahead of us now. So we're gonna get back to it. We got to get all this stuff cataloged, and luckily, at least with all the PS2 games, we can just scan them into our spreadsheet now, which is very helpful. So let's get to it. So Ryan went to the outlet this morning before coming into work, and he got some stuff here to trade in. Ryan.
Yeah.
PS2 controller. Xbox 360 Super Slim power cable. Little connector cable for a 360 controller. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Sonic & Knuckles. 2 copies of Sonic the Hedgehog, but this one has a hole in it. Little Kingdom Hearts figure. A little Xbox EA Sports football. This is kind of cool because it's actually, like, it feels like a real football. It's not just like a little... When you first showed it to me, I thought it was like a stress ball type material.
Oh, yeah.
Brain Age and an empty Sonic case. An empty Namco Museum case. MKD2 Armageddon. Parasite Eve. We have a case for that one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
Awesome. And new Super Mario Bros. Wii. Alright guys, so we have a few packages to open as well. So you guys are getting a very content-heavy vlog today. It's going to be a long one. This
is a return.
Oh my god. Yes! I am so happy right now.
What is going on?
So, RetroGamesForYou.com. This is one of those websites where I just randomly found it by looking through Google. I'm assuming... Yeah, they've got an address on here, so they must be a physical store, but they have a website. You guys know I like to try and find those things. I found a game here, a pretty hard-to-find GameCube game, and the description said that it has the case, but it may or may not have the manual. It was like a copy-paste thing for all their games.
I thought
this one freaking has the manual.
I thought it said it has the box, or maybe missing the manual, because you were like, well, what does that mean? Does that mean it has a case, or is this just like copy and pasted?
Yeah, it said includes box, may or may not include manual. So it was clearly a copy and pasted thing that they probably put on all their games, but I took a risk. I don't know if the price tag that's on here is what I paid, but it's Groove Rider Slot Car Thunder for the GameCube, which is pretty dang hard to find, and it is complete.
What? How's the disc look?
I'm so happy. The disc looks like I need to wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. It's like cloudy looking, but we'll probably just run it through the machine on a 1. But I'm so happy, and I don't know if that was the price or not. It was definitely cheaper than it goes for on eBay or what it says on price charts. I remember that, but man, I'm so happy. I also found a website that had Rally Championship priced at $29.99. It's like that's like $100 cheaper than what it is. Mm-hmm. And I bought that one, and then they canceled my thing, and they said, "Oh, we don't have this game in stock."
Oh no, that's sad.
It was JNL or whatever it is, from they're in New York. I went to that store when I went to New York. They were like within walking distance of the Nintendo store. It took me forever to get there, but it was that store that had the Rally Championship, but it said it was out of stock.
Okay, my turn.
Abby's turn.
Okay, so this box is from John. John is my tarantula buddy. Talk about tarantulas. And we talked about getting this sent over, but like we just both were really busy, and I got sick, and he didn't want to send it over because like we didn't know it was gonna happen because you couldn't send out orders. We had like multiple people waiting for orders, kind of thing. So I forgot what we talked about, but this is in here. There's a note. Let me put the address. Okay, there we go. It says, to Abby and Cooper, just wanted to send you some stuff for either parts or maybe to be fixed. Hope you can make a little extra cash for your store. There are some things that we thought you could use as well. Sorry it is an exciting package, but we wanted this stuff to go to somebody who could use it. Keep up the great work, John and Haley.
Thank you, John and Haley.
Bubble wrap. Ooh, I see something that's really cool. We really need this bubble wrap too.
No, we don't. We have so much.
Boom. Some Pokemon cards.
We've had some of those before. Those are really cool.
They are really cool. So there is a 3DS. I think...
He said stuff needs to be fixed, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming this stuff is not fully working.
I believe so. And like I can always message him and see if he remembers. I'm not
Well,
sure.
we'll just make
Or we
Ryan
can
test
just
them
figure
anyway.
it out. What is this?
Another Game
These
Gear.
are so heavy.
We have so many of them.
We do. There's like 30 at home.
Yep.
Okay, I think these are the other things. These are for the dollar bin. So we have some Transformer dinosaur things.
Newer one.
Here's another one. Oh, I think they're all Transformers.
Hmm.
Here's
Cool
like
stuff.
a band. Here, you can look in there. Let me put this in.
Definitely dollar bin type
Yeah,
Transformers.
they mentioned that in the note.
These are the kind of ones I will grab from the outlet, and we put them in the dollar bin.
Lots
The
of bubble wrap.
2000 and newer ones.
DS Lite. It looks pretty good. Oh, the power button's like completely loose.
Ugh.
But it looks really nice.
That could be a really easy fix if it's just off the track.
I don't know, like, I mean, there's like a spring in these power ones, like you push it forward and it snaps back. This is loose. So the spring's out of the track then.
Richard can fix it.
Third party and 64 controller.
Ugh, throw that one in the trash.
Hear me. And
There's
then,
not much that we can do with that one.
And like just clean out bubble wrap. And we have a Nintendo one, but I think there's a cut in the cord right here. But we can still use a shell.
I had to make
buttons.
Ryan throw away some third-party controllers this morning
Oh,
that
I
were
bet
broken.
that broke his heart. Ryan hates throwing things away.
So do I, but I mean, we can't save
like,
a third-party PS2 controller that is, half of it doesn't work. It's not worth trying to fix it.
He's so funny because like with the resurfacing pads, like we push it, like Ryan will push it to like the absolute limit and be like, "Are you sure it still can't be used?"
Meaning
more?
that you're only supposed to use a pad to do 50 discs, but we'll typically do it for 100 and it's fine, but he'll do it for like 150 and he'll try to go for like 200.
Yeah. And I'm like, Ryan, throw it away. Okay, so this is another N64 controller, missing joystick. Still has buttons and stuff. I mean, that's not hard to do though.
Yeah, it's just a new
That's
stick.
super easy. More bubble wrap. And then we have a jungle green
Ooh, nice.
N64 controller. It looks like the stick's pretty loose. I think we like talked about this one and there wasn't anything really wrong with it other than this. But I don't remember because we talked about it like before Thanksgiving. But that is it. Thank you again, John and Haley.
Alright guys, last box here. This one is coming all the way from Canada. And it's from Brandon.
What did you just say?
I said Canada.
No.
Yes, I did.
Not allowed.
That is what I said. And you need to deal with it.
This was a trade that was discussed by me with the person. They did a great job packing.
You don't even have it open yet. Alright. Some booble wraps. We have a sticker that says extras. Oh my god, this is amazing. What up, peeps? What up, peeps? This is a Nintendo
Whoa.
lanyard with some Game Boy Advance buttons. Whoa!
That was the coolest one.
Super Mario Advance
Watch
4,
out.
Mario Bros. 3.
The pin is undone.
Mario vs. Donkey Kong, 1080 Avalanche, and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
That is
Those
so
are
cool.
really cool.
Cooper loves these.
I do. I've seen other people's collections where they collect, like, they have all the old, like, Super Nintendo and N64 buttons, and I always thought they were really cool, but they're so expensive, I never wanted to, like, buy them off eBay, because some of them are, like, $30 just for one button. Maybe not these ones, but, like, some of the Super Nintendo ones. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, man, they're so cool. And then Luke found that huge thing of them at the outlet a while ago and traded them in, and I've gotten a couple others since, and I bought the Ocarina and Majora's Mask ones off eBay. But for the most part, like, I haven't really had to pay too much for them, which is nice, but we have, like, a pretty good collection going, and these are super awesome. Thank you very much for those. The note says, hey, Cooper and Abby, my name's Brandon from Ontario, Canada. I recently became a subscriber after I saw the break-in video. Since that day, me and my girlfriend watch your vlogs every day. Thanks for the amazing content. You guys seem like great people, so I knew who to contact first for these blank games. I am a collector myself with about 2,000 games and 30-plus consoles. I also plan on opening a game store one day, so the vlogs are super cool to see. Thanks again for all the amazing content. Keep it up. And then he put his email and what we agreed on. So, thank you, Brandon, and good luck in your quest to open up a store. It's a lot of work, but it's doable. Like, if we can do it,
it's
you know.
it's doable in the sense of, like, you put in the hard work,
Yeah.
and you can do it as long as you're smart about certain things. Like,
Yeah, making connections is important, and just being honest and being transparent about stuff is, I mean, honesty is the best policy.
I think,
That's
like,
not, I mean, that goes for business as well, you know?
that's like why we get a lot of return customers. I mean,
Yeah.
even so Cooper, the trade that was done earlier, the really big trade that first was the Nomad and then it was the other stuff, he called Cooper and he told Cooper, like, I really like how you talk to me on the phone, and that's one of the reasons why I came in.
Yeah, he was calling multiple stores, and I don't even know if we made him the highest offer, but he just enjoyed talking on the phone, and when he came in, you know, he was trading in two things, but he was here for an hour, and we just chatted, and he was a really cool guy, and that was part of the reason why he decided to bring the rest of the stuff here, is because he felt that not only were we friendly and everything, but we were also honest and transparent about stuff. Like, I told him if he wanted to bring in the rest of the stuff, I was like, if you want me to tell you exactly what I'll sell everything for, I will.
Yeah, and
You know
I mean,
what I mean?
like, he had an
We
experience.
make fair offers.
Yeah.
We're honest about stuff. If he brought in that Panzer Dragoon Saga, I'm not going to pretend it's a $5 game and rip him off. Like, he knew what it was worth, obviously, but even if he didn't, I would tell him, like, this is an $800 game, I'll give you, $500, $600, whatever it is. Obviously, we bought it in a bundle, so, but, we just being honest with people and just making connections is really good. Mm-hmm. So, good luck on opening up your store. It's a lot of fun. So, this is a 3DO collection. We're getting the weirdest stuff today.
Cooper's probably going to keep most of this, too.
We do have a 3DO console in the collection, and we only have a couple games. I think the first one we have was Balls. Remember, we found a sealed copy of Balls at a thrift store, like, 4 years ago in near Salem or near Albany, Oregon. But we don't have that many 3DO games, and it's one of the collections that we never get to add stuff to. Like,
we had one 3DO game here in the store, and somebody stole the disc.
Maybe. We're not really sure.
No, like, we found the case on the ground empty, and we could not find the disc anywhere. And it was the stupidest game ever. It was like Immersion or something.
I don't know, but we never get to add 3DO games to the collection, so...
some of these do not have manuals. Keep that in mind.
Okay, so any ones that don't have manuals we're selling. A lot of the complete ones we probably will keep, but we might have a couple duplicates here because I think we have like 7 or 8 games. So anyway, I'm not going to open every single one up because they're all individually bubble wrapped with tape and everything, but you can still see what they are. So we have Escape from Monster Manor.
Oh, I didn't even... Sorry, I was holding it too high.
See it?
Yeah.
This is Space Pirates. Way of the Warrior.
Yeah. I'm not remembering which ones didn't have.
Dragon's Lair. That's really cool.
It's on the side.
What is it? Stellar 7 Draxon's Revenge? Road Rash? I'm pretty sure we have Road Rash. Night Trap, that's really cool.
The OG.
Neuro Dancer.
This one does not have a manual. I remember for sure.
Killing Time.
I think that one didn't have a manual either.
Space Hulk. We have this for Saturn, but not for 3DO. What is that? Now a Storm?
Let me see. Yeah, looks like it. Nova Storm?
Is that a V?
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Nova Storm. And then finally... What? Oh, it's Demolition Man.
Stallone Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone. Probably based off of the movie, I would assume. But yeah, they're very nicely wrapped, so it would have taken me 15 minutes to open them all, but very cool stuff. Thank you, Brandon.
I think there's like 2 or 3 that don't have manuals, and Neuro Dancer was definitely one of them.
Well, we'll go through them, of course. So thank you, Brandon. Very awesome stuff. Thank you for contacting us about these. Appreciate it, of course. And once again, good luck on opening your future store.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck.
So Abby and I stayed super late tonight to try to get as much stuff done as possible. Everything that is right here is in our spreadsheet, ready to go. The N64 games here, I still need to compare condition, but I know that I have them all, so just entering them in is good enough. And there's a lot of stuff here. Abby was also working on the Genesis and Master System stuff. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are done. All the DS stuff is done. And what time is it, Abby?
Time for me to go home.
What time?
Play Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley time.
What time?
11:11.
11. It's 11:11, guys. We close at 9. So we've been here
12 hours.
almost 12 and a half. Well, we got here early this morning. So we've been here at least 12 and a half hours for today. And that's just what you got to do sometimes.
That's what it's like owning a business.
All right, let's go home. Time to head home. Abby's going to play some Stardew